Well, it's not a bad week's work, is it, for Quadarella? 2 golds and a silver, but I think she wanted the hat-trick. Now, having waited all this long for a gold medal, is there another one coming for Germany straight off the back? Every possibility, although Gabriele Detti will have certainly something to say about that in lane number 2. And this was a very by the way, in case you're wondering, if you're watching the heats earlier today, you have seen David Popovic do a 3:47. They go, oh, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do tonight. Well, he's not doing it. I kind of tee that up for you. He may not be. So Henrik Christiansen gets in his place. So by default, if you like, but no, I just thought Popovic was trying to test himself and didn't want to do the final, and he isn't. Felix Aubock got the bronze in the 200. Goes for Austria in lane 1. Lane 7 for France is Bouchaut from the Toulouse club. Now, here comes a man who missed out on the 800 final, but is very much in the 400 final. Gabriele Detti. Lorenzo Galossi. Italy have 2 representatives in the final. He'll be in 6. Antonio Djakovic of Switzerland will be in lane number 3, and a little fist pump as he fancies his chances. But then the 2 Germans in adjoining lanes. 5 is Lukas Maertens. And it's Henning Muehlleitner in lane number 4. He had some knee surgery about 3 years ago, but looks to be in pretty decent form right now. That's the best of 3:43. Detti has been quicker than that. Aubock has been a bit quicker than that. There's only 2 swimmers in the field who've got faster times than Muehlleitner. I say, having waited all this time for a gold, Germans might potentially have 2 back-to-back, but we know what a good performer Detti is. He is the championship record holder too at 3:44.01. World and European record. Forget that today. That's still on the books and will stay on the books from 2009. Paul Biedermann's record's not going down anytime soon. Fastest European time in the world this year is Lukas Maertens, 3:41. So watch out for the Magdeburg swimmer in lane 5, because he's been quick this year. 400 meters freestyle for men. Hopefully it's as good a race as was the women's. Aubock of Austria, who trains in the UK at Loughborough. Gabriele Detti in 2. Antonio Djakovic in 3 for Switzerland. 2 Germans, Muehlleitner and Maertens in 4 and 5. 6 is Galossi of Italy. 7, Bouchaut of France. And 8 is Henrik Christiansen. Early leader is Djakovic. Going into the wall about 0.3 ahead of Maertens. 3rd is Detti. It might be a while before this race really settles down. Maybe about halfway before we really know the pattern. But Djakovic certainly came out very fired up, like he thought he was on for something big here. And at the 100 stage, he is going to lead. 53.75. It's on the European record split. Now, that is Biedermann's world record, but bear in mind, Biedermann came back like a train in 26 off the last 50, so I wouldn't read too much into that just yet unless we get tight to it with about 100 to go. It's time to make a move now. 2 up from Djakovic is Lukas Maertens of Germany, and Maertens might take over the lead here. Yes, just by 6/100ths. Germany 1 and 3 with Djakovic in the middle for Switzerland, waiting for Detti, but we're waiting a long time, and at the moment I don't see him being in the mix, but we know Detti's got speed, and can come with the burst. But he's a long way back. He's 5th at the moment and about a second and a half off the pace. A European record, 1:51. Do you know, we're still inside it. That is world record split pace as well. That would be a story, wouldn't it, if that record went down. Maertens of Germany, Djakovic of Switzerland, and Muehlleitner in 3rd place. Right, now maybe we believe that Paul Biedermann record could go. Maybe we do believe. Going in 1st place, it's Maertens, Djakovic. Still inside European record split. That's the world record, 6/100ths. But they're going to have to come back very fast, because Biedermann did when he set that record in this very pool some 13 years ago. But it's looking very good for Lukas Maertens right now. Looking incredibly strong, and Detti's not going to be in the mix, surely. He's that far back. Maertens with 100 to go. And he's still right on that European record. Paul Biedermann's record, could it go down in the same pool some 13 years later? Djakovic still has something to give up there in lane number 3. Trying to work his way through is Henning Muehlleitner. I don't see anybody else in the frame for this one. The question now is, can Maertens break that world record? It's 0.87 outside. I think it's unlikely now. It's still going to be a very good time. Now, his personal best time is 3:41.60. And the threat, well, there isn't one with 25 to go. This should now be a procession for the German in lane number 5. And he might pull Muehlleitner through to a bronze. It's going to be the German, and it's going to be just outside his best, but that is his best in European terms. He is the European champion. Back-to-back gold medals for Germany. And Lukas Maertens, a championship record, 3:42.50. And second to Antonio Djakovic. Henning Muehlleitner gets another medal for Germany, gets the bronze. And Lukas Maertens, well, 3:41.60, his best time of the year. Doesn't quite eclipse that, but that one will mean more, much more. And he won that by a distance. 1.43 seconds between 1 and 2, and Muehlleitner in 3rd place. Djakovic set the early pace, but once Maertens got into the groove and got into the race, he was not going to be headed. You can't see anybody else in the picture. That's because he won that by a big distance. Lukas Maertens, 3:42.50, taking down Gabriele Detti's European champ, or the championship record of 3:44.01. That's gone. Djakovic followed by